everyone. Every Wednesday, you can see my next guest starring in the ABC sitcom George Lopez. He also has a brand new comedy CD called Team Leader, and tomorrow night he'll be appearing at the Town Hall Theater right here in New York City. Please welcome George Lopez.
Man, 10 years.
10 years.
I waited 10 years to come here.
Yeah.
It's absolutely worthwhile.
Yeah.
This quiet.
Yeah.
It's my biggest dream.
Yeah, if this is your biggest dream, something's really wrong,
George. I can't get an American Express card, but I can get on the show.
This is much better than an American Express card.
Absolutely.
Now, congratulations on all your success. You've done so well that, in fact, I read this somewhere. I don't know if it's true. It might be a rumor. I read that you bought in Los Angeles. You had to buy a home, and you bought the Olsen twins' old house, the house that they were living in. Now, is that a joke, or is that true?
I don't think the Olsen twins ever thought a Chicano would be living in their house, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we had to. It was great because it was a Tudor house, and we had to replace the roof.
Right.
So
were the Olsen twins like just trashing the roof?
Scratchings in the closet, the roof,
right,
you know, shingles were torn off.
Yeah.
I hate that bitch was written in every other hallway. You know?
Yeah.
I'm the pretty one. You know?
Yeah, right.
So it's a Tudor house. So I hired. My wife says, let's hire Ray the roofer.
Right.
Big guy, Swedish guy, about 6'4", white hair.
Right.
He hires 15 Mexicans. I told my wife I could have done that. So these guys, I come home one day, and these guys, there's no scaffolds.
Right.
They're literally rope tied to each other.
And they're climbing along the roof.
They're climbing along the roof. It's like the old mother in the shoe, but with 15 Latino guys on the house. And they'd go get lemons, like they'd swing off and get a lemon and then swing back, you know. So I come back one day, and all 15 guys are in their underwear in my pool. Like all their clothes are all over, and they're all 15. And the guy sees me, and he goes, hey, man, jump in. The man's not home.
Probably best not to tell them at that point.
Yeah, I told him, I am the man.
You are the man. Now, I imagine, and I've heard you talk about it as well, that you talk about growing up and there wasn't a lot of money. You obviously didn't have a pool.
Well, I never thought I would have a pool. I mean, my grandmother, we never went anywhere. I mean, I wanted to go to the beach, and she said, I'll wet you with the hose, you know, it's closer, you know, so.
Right.
I used to swim in a trash can.
In a trash can? What kind of swimming were you doing in a trash can?
I do a lot of this, you know, I just go like this inside, you know. And you know, the grass clippings would come up. I'd have, like, you know, grass around my neck.
Yeah, that's not so good.
Oh, it was wild. That was it. She'd go do laps, you know, and I'd be in my underwear. And
that's a lap, spinning?
You know, yeah, I'd be in my underwear, and she'd throw in, like, a bar of soap and go, hey, you know, while you're in there.
Yeah.
You know.
2 birds, 1 stone. Now, on the CD, we listened to the CD today, you mentioned you have a big gripe with Jack in the Box. What's your gripe with Jack in the Box?
Well, you know, the thing about Jack in the Box is even the fast food industry has changed dramatically. I mean, now Latinos have really taken over the fast food industry. And, you know, I speak Spanish, but it's still frightening when you go to Jack in the Box and the drive-thru and the first thing you hear is, "Welcome to Jack in the Box in Egelio." You know? I'd like a Jumbo Jack. Okay, you want a Jumbo Jack? I don't think there's a Y in Jack. So it's funny to me that Latinos, you know, you can throw them off by asking them what kind of fountain drinks do you have, because they don't know. They're like, oh, 1 minute, please, you know.
And then of course you're talking to a clown the whole time, which makes it worse.
You make them spell Sprite, they spell it E-S-P-R, Sprite, E-S.
So
now, yeah, man, that's...
You recently performed for the president. Is that right? That's a high honor.
Yeah, I went to the Ford Theater, and I was really afraid to, you know, I was kind of nervous. You know, I don't think there's a bigger audience than the president. Then I thought to myself, you know, damn, it's this president. So...
The crowd all...
Yeah, they're mixed.
When you do those jokes, the crowd votes. Yeah,
They're torn. They're torn in half. But it was so funny because I was on stage with 70 people, and he leaves, and the speech, the podium,
he had just given a
speech. So I go over Conan, and I grab the speech, and I put it in my pocket.
Because you thought that's a presidential speech. I should just take it.
I figured he didn't want it, you know.
Yeah.
So I go to this dinner, and Tom Scott, the band leader, comes up to me and says, the White House is on to you. You know, nobody uses that, you know.
Right.
Then I said, well, I better take it on the lam then, you know.
Right.
So the Secret Service was looking for the speech. They said there's been a theft at the White House, and we want the speech. So I told Tom Scott, I'm going to tell him I don't have it.
Yeah.
I mean, how do they know?
What are they going to do?
Why me? Because I'm Chicano, they think I got to have the speech?
Right.
So just then, the Secret Service comes up and goes, Mr. Lopez. I go, it's in the car! Practically in tears.
What happened to your cool exterior? That just...
Man, I folded, man.
Yeah.
I folded.
Now, you're doing a comedy tour this summer, and I understand you bought, like, a really nice big bus to go on the comedy tour. Is that right?
It's funny, because we rented Billy Ray Cyrus's... Oh, you know, Billy Ray ain't as popular as he used to be. So we rented the
So he doesn't need the bus anymore?
He doesn't need the bus.
He's in a wheelbarrow now.
$39.95, he can go everywhere.
Yeah.
Go Greyhound. So we're taking Billy Ray Cyrus's bus, and I won't get in the bus until they get like a case of Febreze and spray the whole thing down.
What kinds of things are going on in
I don't
there?
know what's going on in there.
Yeah, okay. Are you going to paint the bus anything cool? Or?
We probably will. We'll probably lower it. You know.
Bounce it around a little.
Can
they do that with a bus? That would be the coolest tour bus of all time. Yeah, all right, well. Yeah,
I'll hire Ray, we'll get 15 guys, I'll be right in there.
Yeah, they'll all be hanging off with ropes, putting a new roof on the bus. Tomorrow night, George is going to be performing at Town Hall right here in New York City, and the new CD, Team Leader, is going to be in stores June 3rd. George, you're a very funny guy. Thanks for being here. Good man. George Lopez. We'll be right back with Dropkick Murphy. Stick around.